नमो वितरागाय
Namo Vitragaya.
नमो अरिहंताणम
Namo Arihantanam.
नमो सिद्धाणम
Namo Siddhanam.
नमो आयरीयाणम
Namo Ayariyanam.
नमो वज्रायाणम
Namo Vajjayanam.
नमो लोये सव्व साहुणम
Namo Loe Savashavnam.
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
Eso Panchana Mukkaro.
सव्व पावपणासनो
Sarvapa Vakpanashana.
मंगलाणं च सव्वेसे
Mangalanam cha Savveshim.
परमं हवै मंगलम्
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमः शिवाय
Om Namah Shivaya.
जय सच्चिदानंद
Jai Satchidanand.
जय सच्चिदानंद
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ બધા
Jai
કેમ
Satchidanand.
કેમ છે બધા આજે
Hara.
બધા મ્યુટમાં છે દીપિકાજી આપણે અને હેતેશ્રી સાથે જ વાત કરવાની છે શિયા કેમ છે શિયા
Good.
કેમ હસતી નથી ઊંઘ આવે છે ઓકે ઓકે let's start આપણે homework who remembers the homework okay kush શું હતું homework
The homework was you have to write what the meaning of surrender is or resist.
okay so what was your response
So I wrote surrendering is when somebody like asks, if somebody asks you something and then you do it, then you're surrendering. And if somebody asks you to do something and you don't do it, then you're resisting to do it.
and when you don't surrender
I didn't write that. I only wrote like examples of when I surrender or when you could surrender and when resisting.
oh, you wrote down when your father asked you to do stop TV you don't surrender right
Yeah.
oh you need to say that Shia
Hmm?
did you do the homework
Yeah, I posted.
okay when do you surrender and when you don't surrender
I said we surrender when we do things willingly and because we know that it's good for us and we need to do it. And then I said we resist when we don't do something because we're lazy. Like even though like if our parents tell us to do something, they know what's best for us, but if we say no because we're lazy.
okay Aryan
It's the same thing. Like you surrender when you like listen to someone and do something when someone asks you to, and you resist when you don't. Like when someone asks you to do something and you refuse to do it.
yeah somebody an example parents told them to do the clean up the room but they didn't do it I don't know is that me
I wrote, I surrender to Dada Bhagwan when I do the Nav Kalamu. And I surrender to my parents when they tell me to do something. And I would resist with Bhavya because I'm lazy to do it for him.
yeah but also you surrender to the high test a bit heard what's going on that one you surrender to the very high taste in relative world some birdie told us about you
who is this new entrant
okay Deepak Dada you heard Yashvi Dr. Yashvi rahi gayi ne right
yeah
Yashvi mocks tomorrow homework
none of them they don't even see half हम जरा नजीक आ जाओ ना तो देखा है okay good
I said that basically you surrender when you're praying or when you're saying your parents tell you to do something, you do it, and then you resist when either you're being stubborn or you're being lazy and you just say no to doing something. That's when you resist.
Stubborn and laziness. How about box?
I wrote when I go to baseball, and, like my coach tells me to do something and I don't do it. That's when I'm like resisting. But then when my coach tells me to do something and like I actually do it, and then like he knows my weaknesses, so like I'll just do what he tells me to do, and that's when I surrender.
Yeah, how are you going to be a Yankee player if you don't surrender to your coach?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm asking you.
You said how many?
You want to play for Yankee?
No,
Whom you want to play for?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you wanted a baseball player. Oh, okay. You don't know, then it's a different story. Then what about at home?
What about at home?
What about home? Do you surrender to mama, papa, ben, moti ben?
Sometimes
And when you don't do it? Kyara tu nathi ko surrender thado.
when my parents tell me to go to sleep, sometimes I don't.
Okay. And moti ben no?
Me?
नहीं मोटी बहन ने क्या रे सरेंडर तारे बे मोटी बहन छे मन देखा बे मोटी बहन तारे
When she tells me to do something and like she could do it herself, but she sends me and sometimes I don't do it.
Yeah, but your mama and papa said that she's the sweetest girl in the world. No? She's mean. અને પેલી મોટી બેન નું કે છે તું સાંભળે ઉપરની વાળી
Sometimes.
એ તારી મોટી બેન થાય કે નાની બેન થાય તારી
Not even.
સિયા દીદી કે છે કે સિયા કે છે તું એને
Sia. She doesn't like when I call her Sia Didi.
Huh?
She doesn't like when I call her Didi after. She just says she just likes to call her Sia.
Okay. Dada, I સાંભળ્યું the stubbornness and laziness is the culprit of non-surrender.
So it's like in the military, the rule is whatever your superior says, you have to say, yes, sir. But at least one thing I saw that, okay, Moksha, when you refuse or you resist or you don't like, but you know that this is not the right thing you're doing. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
And how about Aryan?
Yeah.
You know, see, your immediate response could be negative. But when you feel that negative response is not right and that should not happen, that is very good. The reason is what you believe inside, what you accept inside, what you want from inside, that this is what should be there, that is going to happen finally. Although you are saying no, you are resisting now, you're opposing now, you're refusing now, but then eventually that is going to happen. Because whatever that act of yours, you're not accepting, you're not endorsing. So that is really very good. That is really very good. So that's good. Outside, you realize what you're doing, you observe what you're doing is very important, and that you guys are doing. So that is really very good. But eventually, that is going to happen because your belief inside, your what you accept from inside, what you want from inside is different from what you're doing outside. So that is really good. And that is going to help you. The reason is every situation in our life, it is preparing us, it is really molding us to become big, stable, with a lot of patience and inner strength. Although certain things, because when you start working, or like you said, that when your coach tells you to do something, then you don't like. But then whatever your coach tells you to do, isn't that going to make you stronger?
Yeah.
It's going to make you better. Because the more you work and practice, that is going to make you better and better in your play, in your game. So that is going to, anyway, it's going to help you. So that is good. So at least you understand that. That is, again, is very important. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. So, one goal, what is our ultimate goal? Badana, our goal શું છે?
To become like Dada Bhagwan.
Sia
To be par excellent.
is what?
To be par excellent.
Par excellence, Dada Bhagwan, Yashvi.
I
Yashvi
was gonna say that too. To reach par excellence.
is what?
To reach par excellence.
Par excellence, Tasvi.
You're a par excellent person.
Okay, so if you want to par excellence, there has to be a role model, right?
Yeah.
Who's the role model?
Dada Bhagwan.
Tasvi,
Dada Bhagwan.
Shia, Yashvi,
Dada Bhagwan.
Like your
Kushi.
parents.
હા
રોલ મોડલ કરો તારો રોલ મોડલ કોણ છે તારે શું બનવું છે
મારે દાદા ભગવાન જવું
રોલ મોડલ દાદા ભગવાન જેવું so જ્યારે when you are stubborn or laziness whom should you be remembering?
Dada Bhagwan.
Okay, keep that in mind, huh? Okay, practice makes it perfect. Khush, તારા પપ્પા ના પાડે તને ટીવી જોવાનું તો what's the best way to become par excellence in that situation?
You should listen to him.
Is what?
You should listen to him.
Yes, and then no, you should listen to him, right? But then you need to communicate with your daddy. You know why he wants you to stop. Okay, and
So
then
the next time you wouldn't do it.
make an understanding so both sides become happy. I bet you when you're watching too much TV, then your parent asks you to stop. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you're.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, then if you ask your parent, he says, "Hey, you're watching too much TV." And by the way, what do you watch in TV?
I watch like TV shows.
Shows?
Yeah. Sometimes movies.
Who watches National Geographic Channel?
Me. I watch them.
I thought you said shows.
Yes, like TV shows, current, like everything that goes on TV.
Okay, but Kuchi, you need to start watching National Geographic or some kind of that channels, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so the common factor, Deepak Dada, then we need to do complete the
Namaskar Vidhi.
Namaskar Vidhi. But before that, two common factors came out, laziness and stubbornness. So what should be the prayer? Bhagwan, Dada Bhagwan માટે શું પ્રે કરવું જોઈએ આપણે? Deepak Dada?
Very clear, to be very, what do you say, open and straightforward. I want to get away from all these laziness and my stubbornness, I will listen to my parents, my elders. Dada, give me that inner strength.
बताओ ना, एक बोलाओ, रिपीट कराओ.
Oh Dada Bhagwan,
Oh Dada Bhagwan,
please give me that inner strength
please give me that inner strength
so that I listen to my parents, my elders,
listen to my parents, my elders,
and don't support my laziness.
and don't support my laziness.
Yes, and it's like, oh, that's all. So it's like it is said very nicely. It is said that, see, nobody is born perfect, but he can become perfect by understanding, recognizing his weaknesses, wherever he's weak, wherever he's wrong, and ask for that particular strength from Dada Bhagwan. Very simple. This is an example of stubbornness and laziness, but even without your parents telling you anything, when you understand that these are your weaknesses, you don't need to tell anyone, but you recognize them, you accept them, acknowledge them, and then secretly ask for that inner strength from Dada Bhagwan. And he's like within us as pure soul within us. And then when you are asking for that strength with a firm decision, it is going to come to you one day. Unless you want those weaknesses run over you and make you down, make you fail, make you lose your performance, and then forget about becoming par excellent person.
Who wants to do that? Anybody?
Nobody.
Okay. કુશને ક્વેશ્ચન છે, but ગુજરાતીમાં પ્રેયર બોલો ને બધા, રિપીટ કરાવો પ્લીઝ.
हे दादा भगवान,
हे दादा भगवान,
आप हमने एवी शक्ति आपो, एवी समझण आपो कि हमें हमारा पप्पा मम्मी ने कायम सांभळिए, एके एक करिए, बिल्कुल आळस ना करिए. जय सच्चिदानंद.
Okay, Kush.
So, and like inside the prayer, you said that you shouldn't be like lazy to any elders. So how about to like people who are smaller than you?
Sorry, I didn't get. Come again.
In the prayer, you said like for to any elders or parents, like you shouldn't be like stubborn to them like that. So how about like people who are younger?
How do?
ગુજરાતીમાં બોલ ને. ખુશ સંભળાતું નથી.
એટલે તમે એમના કીધું હતું કે પપ્પા મમ્મીને આપણને લાઈક લેઝી ના બનાવાય, લાઈક સ્ટબર્ન નહીં કરવાનો, પણ લાઈક જે એલ્ડર ના હોય એને
એલ્ડર ના હોય એને, that is elder તો તારા અંકલ નથી elder?
Yeah, છે.
Elder means any elder in your family or in your school.
Yes, but how about anybody smaller than you?
Anybody smaller than you, fine, because they will not tell you otherwise. When they are really in need, then only they are going to tell you. And in fact, if you take care of the one who are younger than you, then it will be very great.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to listen to your smaller ones. Yeah. And you don't listen to your elders also. So isn't that a very dangerous thing for your progress? Because see, elders, they can we not say that they know better than us, little more than us?
Yeah, they know.
And if they are telling you to do something, that's going to help you in the long run. Because anything you do, you're going to learn something or the other. And that learning will always be a great help to you. You understand?
તું ધ્રુવીનું સાંભળે છે?
Not always, but I help her out.
કેમ? તારી નાની બેન નથી?
રવિ કશું કહેતી જ નથી પણ
કોઈ કોઈ કહે છે કે રામ ત્યારે મને રમવું ના હોય એની જોડે એટલે હું કહું કે ના મને નહીં રમવું.
એ જુદી વાત છે. ટાઈમ ના હોય તો ટાઈમ હોય તો
થોડીક વાર ના કોઈ
ટાઈમ હોય તો
તોય
તો ટીવી નો ટાઈમ છે ને બેન સાથે રમવાનો ટાઈમ નથી એવું?
ખાલી રમવું ના હોય લાઈક જે ગેમ કે એ મને ના રમવું હોય ને ઇન્ટરેસ્ટિંગ ગેમ મને ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ આવે એવું રમવું હોય ને.
તેજસ્વી ભવ્ય તને કહે છે તું બધું બગીચા કરે છે?
ના એ પણ જ્યારે રમવું હોય ને ત્યારે એવી ગેમ લાગ્યું છે મને સમજ નહીં પડે એટલે હું એને બોલું ચાલ આપણે લાઈક સ્નેક્સ એન્ડ લેડર્સ રમીએ કારણ કે મને એ રમતા આવડે પણ એમાં છે ને હારી જાય ને તો એને ગુસ્સો આવી જાય એટલે એને નહીં રમવું હોય એટલે કઈ બીજી જ ગેમ બનાવે પણ આઈ ડોન્ટ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ તો હું બોલું કે તું તારો રમ તારો થઈ જાય પછી આપણે સ્નેક્સ એન્ડ લેડર્સ રમીએ.
Okay, how about Shia and Aryan? કોણ સાંભળે છે?
We both don't listen to each other.
You do?
No.
No. Yashvi and Mox?
Unmute.
We listen to each other sometimes.
So, Deepak Dada, આવું જ છે, કોઈ સાંભળવાનું તૈયાર જ નથી.
That's very common, but then just imagine when you want your parents to play with you, do they play with you? Or did they play with you when they were small? When you were small, did they play with you?
Yeah.
And do you think that that game was of interest to them?
No.
But see, just to make you happy, they always played with you. And when they had time, they always saw that you are happy and they would play with you. So in the same way, when things come up like this, then how much time he is going to play with you or she?
Now
10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, that's it. Then you can always say that, okay, now you play yourself, I have some other work to do. No problem. But if you just outwardly reject, refuse, that's not right. Unless there is some other person who can play with him or her. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's how it's like you are extending your cooperation with your siblings. It's very important. Even if they are your cousins, that's how it helps you. And it helps you grow socially. Because we are not going to live alone. We'll always be together with some or the other. Like even like if you are in a game, then there are the whole game, you have a team and you have to have that team spirit. And when you are playing and you are playing collectively with a goal, not for your personal goal, but for the team goal, then that's how you become successful. That's how you become successful. And in that whole thing, you develop a kind of leadership. And that leadership is needed anytime. Not that every time you will be a leader, but there will be some occasion, some situation where you'll have to play the part of a leader. And that's how you're going to succeed. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Everyone, it's important. So taking people together, respecting them, that's what we learned from that turtle and rabbit.
Yeah, they work together.
That you make use of the skill of all the person wherever it is needed, and that's how the team wins. It's like in a game, someone is there in the forward, someone is there in the middle, someone is there at the back. Now, all these three group of people, I mean, so good players, they have to play that part in coordination. Not that I am going to hit the goal and that's how my name will come. You will get your part. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what is it. That is very important. So when you always have a team spirit, that your leadership power, skill, and ability will grow, and that's how socially also you will succeed. And just imagine, it is not one army man who wins, it is the whole group. The group wins. Do you understand? And when the group wins, each one gets decorated with whatever contribution he or she has made. And when the whole team is succeeding, then somewhere or the other, everyone have played their part. And that's how they will be, what do you say, uh, given with that appreciation. So it is very important to have the team spirit. Team should win, then your victory is there. And
Okay.
it's like you brother and sister are there, whoever, cousin or like that. And every time you keep bothering your parents, that go, come on, you play with me, that may not be possible. But if you can manage yourself, then that's very good. See, I'm saying in that whole game, you can say, in that whole situation, it is possible that other person or you can get hurt, or you can hurt the other person. But in that whole process, we are learning. That learning attitude is very important, that even while playing, we have to see that nobody is hurt. And yes, sometimes other person gets hurt, you feel sorry for that and go further. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what. Jai Satchidanand.
Okay, Jaisa. So homework. Yo, Kushi has bring all her dancing partners together on the dance partner બધા લાવી છે ખુશી આજે.
Yes.
Okay, so homework. How many times you said yes to your parents? How many times you said no to your parents? And how many times you negotiated with your parents to become yes? Or win-win situation.
Okay.
But everybody got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, no to parents, and how much you negotiated, like, okay, hey, give me time, or this, let me do this, whatever. And
Excuses.
win-win situation. Okay? Okay, Deepak Dada, can we go with Namaskar Vidhi?
Namaskar Vidhi.
Yeah, 1 minute.
બધાને પાકી થઈ ગઈ છે નમસ્કાર વિધિ?
હા.
Okay, so you all know this first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we go to the next. Om Parmeshti Bhagwantone, Panch Parmeshti Bhagwantone, Namaskar Karu છું. The one thing what came up last time, that in witnessing President Dada Bhagwan, I bow with total devotion and obedience. So that obedience part is very hidden in Namaskar. You understand all?
Yeah.
All you understand? That obedience, why we bow down, so that we accept what they have to teach us. Because these great people, they have attained a place in the ladder to moksha. Okay?
I have a question.
Deepak Dada, obedience is surrender? And somebody has a question also.
Yes. Surrender. When that's what they say, when they are listening to the parent, then that's how they are surrendering to the parent. And when they don't listen to the parent, it is there where they are resisting.
So surrender means obedience, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, somebody has a question.
Yeah.
Me, it's coach. So why do you have to say them 5 times each? And the first one 40 times.
Come again, 5 times each one? Yeah, the first one is 40 times.
each one. Yeah.
The first one is 40 times. It's like during a long day when you really don't have time, then if you do this one time, it's fine. But on holidays, you see that you take little time and finish the 40 and the 5 times each. Okay?
But why do we do it?
So it's like Dada, while he made some calculation himself, normally you have to do this Namaskar, this bowing 108 times.
Okay.
Especially the main one like Simanda Swami Bhagwan. But he made a mental calculation and said, if we do this 40 times, then we get the benefit of bowing Simanda Swami 108 times as if he is present right in front of him. If you are bowing 108 times, you get the benefit just by bowing 40 times in the witnessing presence of Dada Bhagwan, right?
Yeah.
That's what. Okay. Panch Paramaji, then Tirthankar, Viharman Tirthankar Bhagwan. Then I think so. We did this also.
Yeah, we
Vikrant
did
Sasan
this.
Devi, Nispakshpati Sasan Devi.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
Chavis
and we did this.
Tirthankar Bhagwan Tone, right? 24, all 24 Tirthankars. Because in every half cycle, 24 eminent Tirthankar Bhagwan, they appear and they become instrumental for liberation of so many people. Okay, next,
We didn't do this one.
Lord Krishna Bhagwan, because he is going to be a future Tirthankar, and now also he was Vasudeva. Vasudeva is, he has positivity in his vision. So he was always positive. One who is positive always wins. We have seen that. Okay, then Bharat Kshetra, Dada Bhagwan. This is because today the same Dada Bhagwan, with that realization, he is not physically present as A.M. Patel, but
So I have a
that's,
question.
huh?
I have
Yes.
another question.
Yes.
How long is one cycle?
How long
Yeah, is one cycle.
is one cycle?
Yeah.
Is one cycle, it is said that it is 10 lakh years. So it's like 1 million year.
Okay.
It's a figure to understand. Otherwise, that calculation is astral and we really have no idea. In the present numerology or the numbering system, we really don't know exactly. So, but to understand practical purpose is like every half cycle is 1 million.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is 2 million year, one cycle.
Okay.
And Dada Bhagwan is working through all the self-realized people. And otherwise also Dada Bhagwan has said, as pure soul that reside in every living being, so Dada Bhagwan is there in every living being.
Yeah. Okay.
And do we have to start from here?
Yeah. Yes.
Dada, do we have to start from here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Dada Bhagwan na Bhavi Tirthankar Sahibo ne
Dada Bhagwana Bhavi Tirthankar Sahibone
अत्यंत भक्ति पूर्वक नमस्कार करू છું
અત્યંત ભક્તિપૂર્વક નમસ્કાર કરું છું
દાદા ભગવાનના ભાવિ તીર્થંકર સાહેબોને
દાદા ભગવાનના ભાવિ તીર્થંકર સાહેબોને
અત્યંત ભક્તિપૂર્વક નમસ્કાર કરું છું.
અત્યંત ભક્તિપૂર્વક નમસ્કાર કરું છું.
So who are these Bhavi Tirthankar? Like we already, the half cycle is over and we have reached to such a time where there are no Tirthankar. All the 24 Tirthankar Bhagwan has already come and they have passed away. They have attained moksha. But Bhavi Tirthankar means in the next half cycle, whoever who are going to come as Tirthankar Bhagwan, of whom Dada Bhagwan is the first one.
Okay.
And he had that
List.
power or that permission to name 9 of them. Because
So,
it is said that last Tirthankar Bhagwan, Mahavir Bhagwan, he had given names of 16 of them, of 16, 9 and 16, no, 15 of them, sorry. And Dada Bhagwan had in his capacity and power to name 9, of which he named 2. Yes?
so do we know who they are?
Yeah, the 2 we know because Dada Bhagwan said. Another 7, Dada said it was not necessary, so he never said that.
Okay.
Right? So, Bhavi Tirthankar means with their inner effort, they are following Dada Bhagwan and his science and his principles such that they are going to become in future Tirthankar Bhagwan like Mahavir Bhagwan and Rishabdev Bhagwan. Right? And
Yeah.
why we specifically want to bow them? Because we want to grab, we want to follow that inner effort what they are doing, so that if we also follow that same inner effort, then with those efforts, at least we will be able to become far excellent person like Dada Bhagwan. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Dada Bhagwan na
Dada Bhagwan na
Sarve Kalyan Murti
Sarve Kalyan Murti
Samkidhari Mahatmaon ne
संकितधारी
महात्माओं
महात्माओं
ने
ने
Atyant Bhakti Purvak Namaskar Karuchu.
अत्यंत भक्ति पूर्वक नमस्कार करूं।
Dada Bhagwan na
दादा भगवान ना
Sarve Kalyan Murti
सर्वे कल्याण मूर्ति
Samkidhari Mahatmaon ne
अंकितधारी महात्माओं ने
Atyant Bhakti Purvak Namaskar Karuchu.
अत्यंत भक्ति पूर्वक नमस्कार करूं।
Now there are several, like in thousands, who got self-realization from Dada Bhagwan, and they are one who has acquired self-realization. It is said that they are called Mahatma. Mahatma means one who is going to get liberated, who is following Dada's agnas sincerely, and who is truly in making from inside par excellent person. Because it's not simple to acquire vision of Dada Bhagwan. And one who has acquired that inner vision of Dada Bhagwan, that inner understanding of Dada Bhagwan, however he could be bad or wrong or lacking outside, but inside he is not supporting those weaknesses. That is the state of Mahatma. And we want to be like that, that although you could be lacking outside, you could be failing outside, you may not be following certain things, like you may be resisting certain things, but then inside you know that that's not the right thing you're doing and you don't support that. Although outside you may agree, you may not agree, but inside at your heart, you don't support that weakness, you don't support that wrong action of yours, right? And that's why we want to bow in devotion, with total devotion and obedience to all self-realized Mahatmas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Do we go further?
No, we'll finish the next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Okay. Okay, fine. Perfect. This is good.
Yeah. So, any question? So, what are the tools that we should be reciting every day of Dada Bhagwan? Yashvi?
Namaskar Vidhi and Bhakti Vidhi.
Namaskar Vidhi, Prata Vidhi, okay. That's we.
Nav Kalamo and Namaskar Vidhi.
Kalamo, Namaskar Vidhi. One is missing. Kush.
Three mantra.
Yes, three mantras. So, બધા કરે છે religiously?
પાંચ વાર હવારે અને પાંચ વાર અંધાર.
Everybody, put your thumbs up. Everybody's doing it?
Very good.
Very good, yes. Shia, why you are doing it? Why you are reciting this every day?
To become par excellence, so I don't make mistakes in life.
Okay, but are you realizing when you're saying what you're doing?
Yeah, like what it means.
Yeah, so three mantra, when you're doing three mantra, you know the telephone connections?
Yeah, like who each Bhagwan, like what each line, like who each line is referring to.
Okay. Moksh,
Yeah.
તો three mantra બોલે છે તારું ટેલિફોન કનેક્શન કોને જાય છે ખબર પડી જાય?
Yeah, but not like some of them I don't know, but most of them, yeah.
You need to learn that, okay? Please learn it. Kush, તારે ટેલિફોન
Yes.
બરાબર જાય છે તારો?
Yeah.
Okay, next time we'll have a quiz on that, you know, otherwise 3 months. પછી પ્રાચવિધિ કેમ કરવાની? Hitasvi? પ્રાચવિધિ કેમ કરવાની?
So you can, so you get blessings from Simandar Swami, so you can go to moksha.
કોને પ્રાચવિધિ કોને નમસ્કાર કરે છે ખબર છે કોને વિધિ કરી કોના? You remember?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you want to recite the first one?
Shri Simandar Swami ne Namaskar, Namaskar, Namaskar.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. અને નવ કલમો શા માટે કરવાની? હિતાસ્કી? હિતાસ્કી? વિધિ ખુશી નવ કલમો કેમ કરવાની?
આંખો બંધ કરીને કરવાની.
કેમ કરવાની? શિયા નવ કલમ કેમ કરવાના? નહીં શિયા નહીં મોક્ષ. No, Aryan, sorry, Aryan. SA.
We do it to become par
કરે છે
excellence.
નવ કલમો કરે છે?
I do it like 2-3 times a week.
How can you be par excellence and if you do 2-3 times a day? Are you eating 2-3 times a day?
No.
Why not?
He said, do you eat 2-3 times a day?
Yeah.
So, you know, બધા હાથ તો ઊંચા કરે ભાઈ. નવ કલમો, you know how Dada Bhagwan become Dada Bhagwan?
Yeah, he did no kalam for 40 years.
3 times a day.
Yeah, 3 times a day, yeah.
Aryan,
So 40 times.
Huh? Well, how did Dada become Dada Bhagwan? Aryan?
He said that 3 times a day.
Then you want to be Dada Bhagwan or you want to be something else?
I want to be Dada Bhagwan.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And what you should be doing?
saying Nav Karma 3 times a day.
Thank you. Okay. Please, take it seriously. Okay. This is going to really, really help you. All this Dada's tools are really, really going to help you in your lifetime. Okay? Dada, anything you want to add?
Yes. So it is like in your this young age, you are so fortunate, so lucky that you are getting what Dada Bhagwan did all these 40 years. And if you start right away from now, in another 10 years, I don't know, I can't think of that, what you would be. So make your timetable for your home, for all these prayers, so that there will be very remote possibility that you will miss them. So it's like you have timetable for waking up, breakfast, lunch, dinner, bath, everything. So how you do your brush after waking up or before going to bed. So that timetable you have. So in the same way, you make a schedule, a timetable for. Course, don't play with your virtual screen. Make your timetable, home timetable, and eventually when the timetable is followed, just imagine when you have included these prayers in your timetable, it's going to happen. And when you miss them, then it will ring a bell inside that you missed that today. But if you have not put in, yes.
You're missing something.
Yes, you're missing something. But if you have put in your timetable itself, like if you haven't taken bath, then you know the whole day, hey, I have to take bath. Hey, I have to take bath. I haven't taken bath today. That's how it's going to help you. Okay? So have your timetable and include these prayers in your timetable. So there is less possibility of missing them. And even if you have missed them, you will know, you will remember that I missed that. Okay?
Yeah, like Shia, Yashvi, Tasvi, Vidhi. These are the tools which are going to really, really help you when you go to college. Okay? So let's get serious about that. And Kushi, નવ કલમો કેમ કરવાના પાકું કરી લેજે. આંખ મીચીને બંધ કરવાના તો બધાને ખબર, પણ શા માટે કરવાનું? ઓકે? ઓકે, જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. Devak Dada, can you do three mantras?
Yes, surely, yes. Namo Vitragai.
Namo
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loe Savva Sahunam.
Namo Loe Savva Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Eso Panchanamukkaro.
Savvapavappanasano.
Savvapavappanasano.
Mangalanam cha Savvesim.
Mangalanam cha Savvesim.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.